is speaking against the topic, that is basically the presidential government should not govern, because we believe in the parliament type of democracy. In the parliament type of democracy, the major things which has it is having is basically the basically the not disadvantage of the presidential type of democracy, in which you can say that basically, let's take the classic example of USA, United States of America. United States of America is indulged in many type of wars, whether it might be civil war, whether it might be different type of wars. United States of America follows the presidential type of rule. It follows the principles of the MK Stalin. It follows the principles of the authoritarian dictatorship, because of which it is indulged in many type of wars like the Sudan war, like the Venezuelan war. Let's also take the example of the Venezuela, the country with the highest number of gold reserves, the highest amount of gold reserves and oil reserves. Every single country is bad upon it, and the president of the Venezuelan government is, has was is latestly he was kidnapped by the US armed forces because of the so much of amount of gold reserves and oil reserves. So what I want to say is basically pluralism needs representation in the parliament, because of which we need parliament type of democracy and not presidential type of democracy, because authoritarianship is at a higher risk, because even if in presidential type of democracy power is concentrated to only a single individual, that is the president, and he is having the full authority of all the parliament type of things, because of which the chances of misuse of that particular power of a president becomes more, because of which he indulges or she indulges in many type of activities which are not as good as the parliament type of things. So what I want to say is basically Venezuela. Let's take the example of Venezuela, Southeast African countries, and many different type of countries. The major things that lacks in presidential system is lack of accountability. No one has the accountability in presidential type of systems. In parliament type of systems, everyone is held accountable, whether it might be mayor, whether it might be MP, whether it might be MLA. MP means Minister of Parliament, Member of Parliament, MLA means Member of Legislative Assembly. Everyone is held accountable, and in parliament type of democracy, the major thing that is one of the major good things about the parliament type of democracy is the PM is held accountable. He is held accountable. He is answerable to every day, every single person present in throughout the country. And one of the major things about the parliament type of democracy is, basically there is equal and opportunity, or equal and definite opportunity for each and every individual to represent their regions, to represent their states, because of which there are high chances of the minority communities, like take the example of the Jain community, Muslim communities, and other type of minority communities. The chances of the Muslim communities or whatever kind of Jain communities, Parsi communities, their voices are not oppressed. That's the major thing that we should continue with the parliament type of democracy, and the presidential type of democracy doesn't suit India. And one thing I would like to say is India doesn't lack of voices. It lacks of accountability. So with this, I would like to conclude my